Mr. Walker, in your testimony, you highlighted that the Clean Water State Revolving Fund achieves results because the programs are run by the state and not by the federal bureaucracy. Can you shed some light on how that's important and why that matters?
Because the states know what they need. The states we talk to those people. I know those people on the ground, and I know what they need. I know how we can work make a package that works for them instead of a mandate. I mean, EPA manages the WIFIA program. EPA is not a bank. So the states are the banks, and we know the programs, we know the projects. We've been dealing with the SRFs for 30 years, and so we know what's needed, how to run the programs, and be most efficient. In fact, the states are very frugal with their usage. 4% overhead is all they're charging on all these grants. It's pretty good compared to some of the things we've heard from other grantees and how much they charge overhead. So the states are very frugal.
So would you agree with me that by the federal government giving this authority to the states to make the decisions, we're actually getting the best bang for a buck? Absolutely.
It's pretty efficient if you look at the amount of grants that go to the states and how much they've leveraged that and delivered the funds versus, small grants through EPA. It's a one-time deal, it doesn't revolve, not as efficient.
And also, Mr. Walker, in your testimony, you said that the mandates, the congressional mandates on the Clean Water State Revolving Fund loans, no matter how well-intended, as it was mentioned, the road to hell, I believe is the reference I've heard, is paved on good intentions. But they increase the cost of clean water infrastructure, which can directly be applied to citizens and their utility bills. Can you provide an example of how our mandates have increased the costs that ultimately increase the costs for consumers?
Especially for small communities, they don't have the people to do the reporting, write the reports. They're relying on engineers to do that. And so they have to charge, those engineers have to charge for that. That adds to the cost of the whole fund, the whole project, but it doesn't add to the pipe in the ground. It takes away from the pipe needed in the ground or the treatment systems, things like that. These are costs that the engineers have to charge to do that don't go into fixing the system itself.